Hi, this is another Game Dev vlog with another weekly pack run where I literally use a broken combo. So this combo is broken in the sense that it's quite strong, I'd say, but also one of the pets used there is broken, and it's broken in a way that makes it weaker, so that also says how strong that pet actually is. And the pet I'm talking about here is Amargasaurus, which is one of the newer pets. So it's a tier 6, so we are going to see it in action a little later, but I can try to explain its ability, and that is that when a pet is hurt from a friendly pet, and it's still alive, of course, then it can repair health. On level 1 it will repair maximum of 15 health in one fight, and then 30 and 45, of course. Well, this is very strong indeed, and most importantly it also works in shop. So for example, the pets that do self-damage or do damage to others in shop, like Leech, like Yak, like Manatee, well, Amargasaurus can repair that. And here's where the bug comes in, and I have already reported it. Well, other people have reported it, and I've tried to improve the information in a way. Is that, of course, any pet normally gets reset on the new turn, so on the start of a turn phase, with regards to triggers, where the Amargasaurus currently doesn't. So that means that any damage that it repaired in shop will count towards his quota. Yeah, during the rest of the game, basically during the rest of the run, and even on leveling up. This doesn't reset. And now I'm not sure, because it's not technically a trigger limit, but it's more like a maximum. Yeah, I don't know what they call it. So it might be that's where it goes wrong. There are some other pets, I think, that have similar abilities in that they don't really have triggers, but more, yeah, a maximum or something. And then they tend to work differently. So I think there are other pets that do not level up and reset this way, but I think that at least this shop phase not resetting is just a bug. So they will probably try to fix that at some point, and then probably it needs a little nerf, because it's a very strong pet indeed already. Or maybe they can go into a similar route as, now what a timing, our little friend here, the Panther, where they say it will only work in battle. I think that would be a decent nerf now that I'm thinking about it. So a double Panther, that's a lot of fun. So we take that, probably it's in the thumbnail. Well, this pet of course has a lot of potential for broken stuff. Our opponent also already has a Panther, but we have two. Of course, that doesn't really matter, because we have 0 health perks, so we lose here. We are again, sadly, Leech Tunaing. Level 2 Dolphin is nice, and we are going to buff our Manatee. And this already is quite a strong combo. We have the infinite damage reduction of Garlic, which I think is the only perk left that can do that, and then we multiply it with our Panther. So now we have kind of like a very armadillo ball, which we might or might not face later. And here we also level up into an early Amargasaurus. So currently we are blocking 6 damage every hit with no trigger limit there. So that's quite strong, and we are buffing it with the Manatee. And now we bring in our Amargasaurus. Let's again see. So currently it says can restore up to 15 health per turn. Health restored is 0. Would be nice to have also a Garlic on the Manatee, but now it's not needed because it's repaired. So we have the 2/6 Manatee, and then it says health restored 5. this is now becoming a bug report, but I think these kind of things are very interesting. But already this is so strong. We have this big wall here that gets repaired as well. That's also a way to, of course, refill the health of the manatee. And we find one more. Of course, with this bug, it also would be... You see here it says, still it says 5, where I'd expect it to be 0. With this bug, it's even more important to buy this garlic, because we don't want to, overflow this trigger limit, from the Amargasaurus, because now it can only repair 7 damage. Of course, we are very strong, as we face a very similar opponent, but no Amargasaurus. And look at this, it basically just doesn't take any damage. So we go to the level 2 manatee, and now so let's check my thing. Maybe it's only in battle that it does work. So now we level, and it doesn't reset. So it's still, and this is not a replayer bug, by the way. This is the same in game. So now it still says health restored 8, and also putting it on top of a fresh one, which normally can reset triggers, doesn't work. But luckily by leveling up, we can now restore 30 health, so we can have still 19 health left. It's also kind of a funny pet in this way, but that's not at all consistent, I think, with how other pets work. As here we get wrecked by a true fairy ball, but we are growing, and now we switch, which is debatable, but of course we also can take real Velociraptor, because this melon will only work once, and now it will block 60 damage, which is, clearly just overkill, right? But with the real Velo, we can block 60 damage twice, so it's basically a coconut, except in very specific cases. There's no behemoth in this pack. So there we go, get replaced. Then we get to refill the health, so maybe this is almost in Try Hard Tuesday territory. Somehow, I also think it's necessary to have a necessary Nessie in the back. And here we find more Amargasaurus. I'm still here experimenting as well a bit, I think, to see what happens. As we face a big leopard, somehow misses the Panther with every shot. But maybe that's not good for me in this case, because all our assistant pets are gone. So now we run double. Oh, we don't. So here I try to reset it and find out it doesn't reset. So now we have a Amargasaurus that can restore 13 health. Now we try to protect our real Velo, level up our manatee. So that's a very good stat, right? And we basically only care about attack right now. Very nice when you have the same background always, I think. As we face a very big farmer dog team, but look at this. We absorb a lot of damage there from the peacock. And then we are big enough to clean up the rest. So even more Amargasaurus on turn 15. We are close to a level 3 Amargasaurus, but we run a double. Here again, I still... Yeah, of course it makes sense, right? I think the one that will repair the manatee is the first one. They did make it so that they don't both repair, because it could have been that way, right? That they both give 3 health back, but that's not the case. So sadly, our main Amargasaurus wastes is limited. It can only repair 7 health here, but no worries, because it blocked 60 damage twice, and then we start repairing. So we solo it, right? Well, with some assistance, but we tank it basically. And now look at this final roll. We are on 9 wins, turn 16, and we start the shop with 2 real Velociraptors. So we know what has to be done. Here I'm hopeful that this will reset. I haven't found out yet that it will also not reset in battle, because I think it would be very nice to have the full 45 repair. And we have triple real Velo. I decide against the last, yeah, also just because this is a fun team, but also I think it's not necessary, the last manatee attack. And what do we face here? Maybe I can slow it down and replay. So this attack would have mattered a lot, because now then we would have just one-shot this whale shark. They have the Amargasaurus with full restoration. And now we take one shot, it gets fully healed, very bad breakpoint. And it takes 3 fights, all our melon... Oh no, we take 3 melons, and then we have the 4th melon here. And then we do just easily plow through. So it doesn't matter at all in the end. But I think it was a very funny last battle. Yeah, if you made it this far, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. I always love to read the comments. And in any case, thanks for watching.